gamer moments. Alright, so, it's actually been a little while in my actual doing this time since the last video. And those videos as of this recording have not gone up yet. So, this is probably going to be really confusing when they actually do come up, because they're kind of dated by me talking about things that happen in them, like getting the PS5, which by the time y'all see this will have happened. Actually, by the time I'm saying this, it'll have been like 2 months since then. So it's like, what is it right now, actually? The 16th? Yeah, 16th of March. And I got it on, I think, the 15th. But, yeah, we're gonna be heading to the last part of Hexville, vendecentre, and this is actually probably the least interesting part of the town, which is kind of weird since it's one of the, it's definitely like the biggest part of town. There's so much like stuff to find here. It's like very densely packed. Maybe it's like competing a little bit with what was the first one called? Like Old Noir? But, there's, like, nothing in here. There's some challenges to do, and that's basically it. This video here is gonna be, like, every proper mission that takes place in vendecentre. Before we see our next area. So, yeah. And that's why we're actually going to be doing a side content special for this one before we do the actual mission of the level. So, yeah, basically this is just me running around trying to find all the manholes of the 2 instances you can find the couple in here. And yeah, basically just those 2 and then the missions. Funnily enough, I think there's actually no DLC missions in here, which is odd. I think in the 5th area there might also not be any, but don't quote me on that. But I don't remember there being any in the 5th world. So yeah, it's just in the first 3 areas of town. It's odd. But yeah, I like vendecentre. I kind of wish more was done with it. Just a nice little chill place to run around in. Be all like, hey, I know what that is. That's some bullshit. But no, it's pretty much just limited to looking for things just on your own. And yeah, that's basically all I'm doing here. Just running around. Sorry if this video is edited kind of weirdly, by the way. I was tired as fuck when I edited it. I just wanted to finally have it done, because it was taking me fucking forever to actually get around to doing it, because mainly I've just been busy with work. This video, like, the gameplay for it was actually recorded, like, a month before I started doing the commentary for it. Yeah, and this one's actually, like, the only one that's hopefully going to be coming out in a somewhat timely window. Maybe, like, 5 days after I record it, I don't know. But yeah, I had to basically record or edit it while I was dirt tired to get it done. So I could do the commentary for it when I'm not dirt tired, like right now, because I have the day off work right now. So I can actually record one of these things when I have had sleep. Yeah, recently I've actually been getting, like, chunks of, like, 3 days in a row off, which is awkward for me, because I usually only have, like, 1 day off at a time, because I work retail, and you don't have consistent schedules in retail. They just give you 2 random days of the week off, and you have to, like, just look at your schedule every week to see which one it is. And sometimes they'll schedule only for, like, a closing shift and then an opening shift the next day, and it's like, fuck you. But yeah, I have like 3 days off now, so I can kinda sorta get some sleep now. Oh god. So here's the first of the actual missions of this episode. Most of these aren't terrible. In fact, I got through pretty much all of these with not much hassle, if my memory serves. There's one later on that was a bit of an issue, but the rest of these I got first try. At least in this recording. I had a failed recording where I tried the time attack for this part of the game, for vendecentre, and I forgot to upgrade everything, and so I lost all my health during that and had to redo it after like 5 minutes of doing it, and I was like, I just don't want to do this. But for this recording, after I like actually bothered to upgrade everything during the thing, I'm like, hey, I did this first try. Hell yeah. That technically counts. Also, I've beaten this all before, but it still counts. And I did this with almost exactly 10 seconds to spare. So yeah. Odd amounts of races in this video, actually. There's only like 2 that are a different kind of mission, but that's fine by me. The races are my favorite kind of mission. Mainly because they have a set goal, as opposed to just being like, do as much shit as you can in the time we give you. Fuck you. Because, like, none of the fucking, none of the time attack challenges are actually particularly hard to do at all. They just take forever, so I just get bored of them by the time they're done, especially since the loops are really short. And, like, the combat in this game is fun, but, like, it's the kind of combat that's fun in its specific use, you know? Like the combat from, like, the Batman Arkham games, if you remember those. Where it's, like, it's an extremely basic combat system, honestly really brain-dead in the state it's implemented in those. But it works with the rest of the game, because the game isn't explicitly about combat. The combat is just basically there because it's a Batman game. It has to have combat. And, in much the same vein, this game's combat is good in the sense that it is combat in a game, like combat to support a game about flying around all over the place and being a dumbass. So, I don't know, I just find the combat-specific missions to be really boring. Meanwhile, the races are a little more fun, because you're, like, actually, like, maneuvering around the environment, trying to get across as fast as you can. It's like actually testing your skills more than just testing how much you can mash square in the specific direction we want you to do it. I think there's only like 3 more missions left to go. No, I think there's 4. I want to say 4, if I'm correct. Yeah. I guess I should say, since we're getting up to, like, the end game areas here, I'm gonna be, like, trying to cut down on the, like, insane people I meet at work stories going forward, just because, like, I don't know, I feel like I've kind of relied on them a bit too much during this, and I don't want to have this basically only be the white chick bitches about work playthrough. But, I don't know. Just not something I want to keep relying on too much going forward. I mean, I'll still mention them if I have, like, dead time, but since we're getting in the end game, I won't really need to rely on them as much anymore. So, yeah. Good times. Good times. I don't know why that's my default conversation ender. Like, that doesn't even make any sense most of the times I use it. But yeah, I had something I was going to, like, try to end off that whole thing with, like, another proper work story, but I seem to have forgotten what it was, actually. So, let me think. Can I actually remember what it was? Nah. Oh well. Wasn't even really worth telling anyway. I was just going to because I felt like it. But, like, it's not like I don't get insane people at work anymore. Because, again, I work retail and in the fucking rednecky part of town. So, insane people are abundant, and I've probably told, like... The thing is just, like, after a while, insane people starts to... Like, meeting insane people starts to become normal to you. Oh, here's a time attack. Yeah, this one, I guess, just had a long loop, and also I accidentally exited out of it. So, yeah. Yeah, like, I think the loop for this one takes about 2 or 3 minutes to loop, so... Yeah, and this is part of why I speed these up, because they get really boring to watch if you don't. Especially this one, because it's longer than most of the other ones. But, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure I've told most of the really interesting stories of stupid people I met at work, in earlier videos of this. Like, I'm pretty sure I've already told the story of, like, the lady who wanted to buy a phone and accidentally bought one from the wrong carrier. I think I've told the fucking... basically everything interesting. There's probably a few I'm forgetting, but off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. If I wanted to go, like, really scraping the bottom of the barrel, I could just say, like, like, recently, because I think people have started getting their stimulus checks in, so they're spending them, like, these are people who don't really need the stimulus checks because they're still working and all that, but they get them anyway because, you know, the government's not going to do something specifically to benefit the poor people and the people who actually need it. They're going to make sure it benefits everyone, because then there's not much reason to work if they don't. Yeah, people have been, I'm pretty sure, getting their stimulus checks because they don't really need them, they're just kind of wasting it on stupid shit. So people have started buying TVs a lot more. Like, we had a bunch of Switches that weren't selling. Suddenly, like, the past few days, we started selling them because people have been actually able to afford them, and they're all sold out now. For some reason, people are still buying PS4s, like, new from Walmart, even though the PS5's out, and if you want to get a vanilla PS4, you can pretty easily find a working one on eBay. Probably for cheaper. Actually, how much would a working PS4 on eBay cost? I'm gonna look that up. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's just interesting seeing what people are very obviously using their stimulus checks on, especially since, like, every time someone comes in and buys a TV, they start to do, like, small talk with me, and I'm like, why are you doing this? But, they still do it anyway, and they start to be like, yeah, I guess people have been buying a lot of TVs from you, because, like, that's how you know they, like, just got their stimulus in. Because they, like, I guess assume everyone got theirs at the same time. Obviously not everyone has. I know some people obviously have, because they've said outright, yeah, we just got the fucking Biden bucks, and I'm gonna buy a TV with it. But yeah. Still a lot of people going in without masks, which I expect is going to be a lot more people, because Greg Abbott is an idiot and decided, hey, let's just get rid of the mask mandate for no reason. Because, like, the vaccine isn't readily available yet, so I don't see much of a reason not to, but it doesn't fucking matter, because no place around here is actually enforcing the fucking mandate in the first place, so whatever. Yeah, Texas is hell, just in general. Yeah, I already mentioned, like, last time, the fucking power outage, which happened a good little while back, as of saying this, just because I'm good at prioritizing my time, and all that. Yeah, we're actually coming up to, the one that gave me trouble here in a minute. This one is probably my least favorite of these missions in the game. I really don't like this one. Like, not specifically because it's boring, I just think it's annoying. Yeah. Oh, got ourselves a nice little boost to our reputation. Yeah, I don't know how much longer we have to go before we're fully maxed out on that, but I think it's a little whiles away. But yeah, this is just put trash into bin, and yeah, that's apt. I guess to close things off, you might have noticed I've mostly just been uploading Gravity Rush. As far as these go, I do actually have, technically, some of Sonic recorded. The problem is, I'm a lazy piece of shit, and haven't gotten around to, like, editing it, and also I wasn't really satisfied with the commentary for it, so I'm going to be doing that one in post. And I don't know, mostly I've just been feeling like Gravity Rush recently, more so than Sonic. I don't know why. I guess just because Sonic, I kind of feel like I want to do that when I can not worry about how much time I spend playing the game. And again, I've mostly just been at work. Kind of busy there. I don't know, to some degree I kind of wanted to... basically I've been trying to prioritize one over the other to some degree. Because with... the thing with doing a Let's Play is even if you do them like one a day, like alternating projects at a time, doing 2 Let's Plays at once is still really slow, it feels like. And, like, it's hard to be in the mood for 2 different games every day. Like, even in my just playing games time, when I'm not doing Let's Plays, I still won't play every game I'm currently occupied with every day I feel like playing a game. Just because then it feels like I'm forcing myself to play it and then I get burned out. And the same is kind of true with Let's Plays as well, because, you know, especially in that case, because you're, like, also having to edit and do all that. And probably even more so, actually, because you still have to talk over the game to a degree. To at least some degree. So you really have to be in the mood for it in order for anything good to come out of it. Yeah, I'll probably try to start prioritizing Sonic next after this. Mainly because to record more Gravity Rush, I'd have to change the disc in my PS5 out. And I don't feel like doing that most of the time. Because I have Demon Souls in there right now, and I'm like, hey, I want to play Demon Souls. That being said, I've also been thinking about what I'm going to do next, and I have like 2 games in mind. I don't know if I'm actually going to do either of them, but they're just like ideas I have, because after this and Sonic are done, I do obviously want to have something to replace them with. But, yeah, I picked a great time to start talking about that, because this is the end of the video. See ya, guys, bye!